Okay, right. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy. Watching stuff earlier that kind of motivated me to try up the difficulties, go somewhere up the difficulty. So, there it is. Let's see how that goes. Can always lower if it gets too annoying.
I'm ready to learn how to use the knapsack.
Perfect! Deke loves an outing. That was a dark time in Deke's life. Deke found himself in service of the cruelest wizard he ever met. A nasty poacher. Deke hated working for him. He did horrible things to beautiful beasts. Oh. It was during those days that Deke first saw a knapsack. It'll be nice to see one used for good. We have arrived. Deke enjoys coming here to watch the beasts, especially the potful of puffskeins nearby. It will be nice to keep them safe. All you will need to do is get close, direct the open knapsack toward the puffskein, and in it'll go.
All right.
You got one!
I managed to rescue a puffskein.
You can rescue as many as the knapsack will hold. Poachers capture puffskeins and, well, Deke isn't sure what they do with them. Deke is certain they will be safer with you. Now, not all beasts will be as simple to rescue as a puffskein. Deke suggests you next find a beast that can fly. A jobberknoll, perhaps.
All right. Where would I find one?
Deke knows of some to the west, nesting in a large tree overlooking Hogwarts. But we must be careful. Deke has seen poachers in the area recently. Deke will meet you there whenever you're ready.
All right.
Hello, Deke. Shall we continue?
Oh, good. Deke was worried about you, what with all the poachers in the area. Perhaps we should work quickly. The jobberknolls are just here, in this large tree. If it's helpful, Deke has seen Levioso used to slow flying beasts. Easier to get in close and use the knapsack.
What if I can't find any beasts in their usual habitat?
Beasts won't stray too far from their homes. Look nearby or simply wait a moment, and they should return.
One moment. Okay, I'm back.
Do you have any advice on how I can rescue more elusive beasts?
Levioso is not only helpful when rescuing flying beasts, it can also help rescue beasts that are generally hard to catch. Try using that spell the next time you encounter a small or otherwise elusive beast.
Would you mind talking a bit more about what it was like working for your former master?
Deek's master was not kind to beasts, or to Deek. He saw beasts only as a source of income, to be used for potion ingredients and labor, and Deek will not say more. But Deek is grateful to be at Hogwarts, where he can help care for beasts and make amends for the things his master made him do.
Then I shall go and rescue a job and all.
Good luck. Deek will be waiting.
Levioso! Professor Howard will never believe this. I rescued a Jobberknoll.
Deek hopes your Jobberknoll finds the knapsack nice and cozy. Poachers want them for their feathers, and are not kind when they gather them.
Are there any other beasts nearby?
Just one that Deek knows of, a herd of moon calves. They live in a clearing of trees up this footpath. Deek will see you there.
Alright.
Revelio. Hello, Deek. Is this the clearing you mentioned?
It is. Moon calves gather near the large tree with the spiral pattern in front, but only under the light of the moon. So, unfortunately, unless you have a way to hasten time, you might sometimes have to wait until nightfall to see them.
How did you end up at Hogwarts after working for your former master?
Deek's prior master had no family, so when he died, all of his house elves were relocated by the ministry. Deek was the most fortunate one, as Deek was sent to Hogwarts. Deek's friends were not as fortunate.
I shall go and find a moon calf then.
Deek will be waiting for your return.
Levioso! I'm not going to hurt you. It was a bit trickier than the others, but I have a moon calf now.
Another beast, safe and sound. Shame we didn't see the moon calves dancing. It's a marvelous sight. Deek supposes you're finished here. He'll be able to rescue many more beasts, but for now, let's bring the ones you've gathered back to the room.
All right.
Deek will meet you back in the room whenever you're ready. There you are. Now, we need to show the beast you rescued their new home. But, not enough room to let them out here. Imagine all those beasts running amok. That wouldn't do at all. Perhaps if you focus on what your beasts need, the room will provide. What exactly did you think of? Heavens! You've done it!
What is it?
Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out. Meet you inside when you're ready.
Do you have any gear that needs revealing? Or done fine? Got a lot of stuff I can sell.
Look at this. It's amazing.
Where are we, Deke?
It seems to be a place for your beasts to live, a vivarium of some sort. Oh, your beasts will be quite comfortable here. They'll live healthy, safe lives. Perhaps you want to release them, let them see their new home.
Thanks, well.
Deke thinks the vivarium will be a fitting new home for your beasts.
Indeed. I only hope we'll have enough space for all of them.
Deke hopes so too. But if you do run out of room, Madam Peck at Brood and Peck in Hogsmeade will help to find safe homes for them.
Any beasts that the room can't hold?
Yes, she's well known for helping to care for beasts in need, and she'll give you a fair price for them. Speaking of care, beasts that are well fed and groomed will provide you with valuable magical materials, such as puffskein hair, for example. If you gather some magical materials from your beasts, Deke can show you how to use them.
Very well. I shall let you know when I have some.
Wonderful.
The thing was purred. That was cute. How many of these things are there?
I've collected some magical materials, Deke.
Now, Deke can show you how to use them. First, you'll need to use this spellcraft to conjure an enchanted loom.
An enchanted loom?
Exactly. It will allow you to use your magical materials to weave magic into the very threads of your clothing, making your clothing more useful in a variety of ways. Why don't you try it? Deke thinks you'll be impressed with what the loom can do.
I'll go and experiment with the loom now.
That's 6 damage. Plus 6. 6 defense. 4 damage. 4 damage. 6 defense. That came out nicely. I should show Deke. I used the enchanted loom, Deke.
Wonderful.
Will I be able to weave even more powerful magic into my clothing with the loom?
You will, by rescuing even more powerful beasts. For now, however, Deke suggests you explore the vivarium and get to know the beasts you've already rescued.
Thank you for your help, Deke. I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience. Actually, perhaps...
Sorry about asking that dialogue question.
Aloha, Mora.
Yeah, don't mind me, just as I break into your house and steal your stuff.
Hello. Nice to see you again.
You as well. What can I help you with?
What do you have for sale?
Glad you were able to stop by.
I should investigate. Aloha, Mora. Revelio.
Anything else in here? No. How does this look? Meh.
Here we are. Mr. Weeks wasn't wrong about the mountain views.
If it isn't the fastest Ravenclaw.
Hello, Imelda. So, another trial?
Of course it's another trial. And you'd better be taking part.
Does this mean you've changed your mind about me?
Well, you're a step up from the good-for-nothings who usually challenge me. While they sit around and hope to be the best, I put in hours of practice. No one sets records by wishing for them, and I need strong competition to stay on top of my game. Are you going to try to beat my flying record or not?
Strong competition? Could that have been a compliment, Imelda?
Go ahead, believe what you want. Makes no difference. Compliments make people soft. No one goes round telling me I did a fine job. Do I care? No. I say I'm the best, and that's all I need. So please, try to beat my record, 5th year, and don't be disappointed when you lose.
Let us do
I'm
it.
ready to fly.
Finally, a decent challenge.
Getting the hang of this. Brilliant.
You've improved, I must admit. That was a bloody good run. Be careful. Earn a reputation for talent around here, and some people get put out about it.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Yes, well, I am. Anyway, you didn't do abysmally. I can't deny that. But you'll not have the same luck on the South Coast course.
You said your reputation for talent put some people out. Like whom?
If you must know, I've had to deal with jealousy from members of my own house. When we were first years, Nerida Roberts and I spent loads of time on our brooms, pledged to fly every day. As my skill on a broom grew, rapidly I might add, Nerida suddenly didn't have time for flying practice. I tried to give her pointers, but she didn't have the natural ability I did. Clearly, she was jealous. Poor thing spends all her time now dawdling by the lake, obsessed with merpeople. Won't even learn to swim. I refuse to downplay my talents to coddle someone else's fragile ego. Anyway, I need to ready the next course. Stop by when it's ready, if you can handle it.
We'll see, won't we? Till next time.
I half expected you to back down. Rest on your laurels. See you at the South Coast trial, if you don't lose your nerve. To race this course again, visit the podium with the leaderboard, where you can start the race and check your time. I'll be unrivaled at the next course.
Right, let's just do this side quest.
I should let Mr. Weeks know.
Okay. And thought those were something else, and those were eggs. Thought that was something else, like that I was supposed to use a fire spell on. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back.
Excuse me, madam. I thought I heard you say something.
Yes, indeed. Talking to myself again. I find myself to be quite the engaging conversationalist since my husband passed. Madam Althea Twiddle, pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Madam Twiddle.
You know, you might be interested in this. You young people love this sort of thing. My husband often ruminated on the mysterious statue just outside our hamlet. Some sort of archaic puzzle involving vases, he would insist. I stumbled upon it today when I had a burst of energy and extended my morning constitutional a bit longer than usual.
An archaic puzzle. Sounds fascinating.
You see, I suspected you'd be interested, and wait till I tell you about the rumours surrounding this particular puzzle. My husband Greville insisted that solving the puzzle would reveal a magical challenge of sorts. The man was intrigued by everything. He was about to try and solve it himself when... Perhaps you could take a look. I'd be rather interested to hear what, if anything, you find.
Where can I find this statue?
It's not far from Irondale. It's down by the shore, near those old ruins. You can't miss it.
If I happen to see it, I'll have a look.
Ah, the spirit of youth. I do hope you'll be able to solve the puzzle. If not for me, then in Greville's memory.
I should look into the statue Madam Twiddle mentioned. Looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before.
Yeah, I forgot to use the broom.
This looks like the statue Madame Twiddle mentioned. Why are there so many vases around here? I suppose I should try to find all the vases. There should only be a few more vases.
Should be somewhere in the obscure.
Nearly finished. One more vase.
There it is.
That's it. I should tell Madame Twiddle about what happened.
That'll work now. Alright, let's see how much more difficult the combat is now. That is a lot quicker. Ow. That was like 40% of my health. Ow.
Incendio. Confringo. Protego. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio.
There.
Incendio. Confringo. Accio. Leviosa. Incendio. Confringo. Protego. Incendio. Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Accio. Incendio. Incendio. Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio.
Stupid phone things.
Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio.
Down. And down again.
Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Levioso. Confringo. Incendio.
Father's dead.
Incendio. Confringo.
I forget.
Incendio. Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Levioso. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Confringo. Incendio.
Or down.
choice to bring to you. This will not go well for you. That was unimpressive. Are you quite finished?
Let's get through the reinforcements.
I will not be made a fool of. A miss. I will. How nice of you. You will regret.
And I'm dead.
James, your art isn't it? Isn't it? How can he bring it on this man? No! Get away!
I'm warriors.
Impressed? How nice of you to stop by.
I'll beat lag.
Why have you not run away?
Oh boy. One to go. Yeah, it was unnecessary. Trick damage him.
Incendio. Incendio.
Got him. Yeah, combat's looking a little bit trickier. I will be right back.
Mrs. Twiddle, your husband was right. The statue was part of a puzzle.
Oh, really? How exciting!
Yes, I had to destroy a number of large vases, and that seemed to activate some sort of charm on the statue.
Well done. Oh, I miss having someone like you around with a thirst for knowledge and a quick mind. Well, my curiosity has been satisfied. Thank you for that. Who knows what I'll encounter on my next constitutional? Oh, my husband would be so pleased to know he was right about that statue.
Excuse me. Okay.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented income.
Being an officer of the law.
Back from your latest flight? I want to hear all the particulars.
Good news, Mr. Weeks. With your upgrade, I was able to set a new record at the Irondale course.
Brilliant! I knew the upgrade had fantastic potential. How did your broom feel?
It rides well. Does get a tad shaky at top speed, and the handle wobbles a bit when I hit a strong gust of wind.
Ah, yes. I see. I think I know how to address that. Thank you. I owe you one.
If it means another upgrade, the pleasure's all mine.
You sound as determined as I am to improve broom flight. It's a joy to have a collaborator like yourself. If I'm right, and I do hope I am, you'll be hearing good news from me soon. Thank you again, truly.
Mr. Weeks and I do make a good team.
I was standing behind a till counting.
Okay, that's person. Need some more heals.
Thank you again for delivering those potions to Madame Lowing. Saved me a lot of time and trouble. A wise decision. Thank you. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
How long does it take them to restock?
I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
So I do this number.
Thank you again for delivering those potions to Madame Lowing. Saved me a lot of time and trouble.
I could probably have to leave there for a while. bear for a while.
I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Yeah, let's see if your song isn't good.
Revelio.
Before you ask, I'm all out of the new socks, so if your feet are smelly, you'll have to work it out for yourself.
What do we have here? A demiguise.
Your song isn't good. Upgrade.
You won't be disappointed. That's a Gladrag's promise.
So you check the other ones
I've
first.
heard that our dear Clementine drew you into her butterfly escapades. Unusual girl. Still, it takes all sorts. You won't be disappointed. That's a Gladrag's promise.
74.
You won't be disappointed.
Bring that
That's a
for when I
Gladrag's
can.
promise.
Use it.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for that.
Okay, there we go.
Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
He'll see it was a mistake parting ways with me.
Sir, is everything all right?
How kind of you to ask. The name's Ackley Barnes. And no, it is not. I'm plotting a sort of revenge against my ex-business partner, a conniving fiend by the name of Alfred Lawley. He cut me out of our herbology supply business just as we were getting started. Said I was too volatile to work with. I'll show him volatile.
That must have been frustrating for you.
Yes, it was. Terribly. I'm simply passionate about my work. Supercilious fool. He's passionate about things too, as I intend to remind him by relieving him of his prized possession. A venomous tentacula he's grown from a seedling that was to be the keystone of our business venture. I can't get anywhere near it with Ruth Singer watching me like an augury. Lawley's doing, no doubt. But no one would suspect a student. How would you feel about committing some grand plant larceny?
You said Mr. Lawley was your ex-business partner. What were you working on?
I had an idea to train Venomous Tentacula. Create guard plants, if you will, that attacked when ordered. We hit a snag when one ate Lawley's Kneasel. After that, he cut me out of the business, the short-sighted fiend.
Why do you need Mr. Lawley's venomous tentacula in particular?
Simple. If I have it, then Lawley doesn't. Ergo, I can launch my business, and he must start all over again. I'm killing 2 snidgets with 1 stone.
What else is in Mr. Lawley's cellar?
All of Lawley's herbology supplies. He has quite the collection. Fill your pockets while you're there. Or to slow him down for a bit, and I can get my business going minus any competition.
I'm not sure this is something a student should be doing on your behalf.
Oh, it's nothing. And he deserves it. Trust me. You'll be in and out of there in no time.
Very well. I'll see what I can do.
Excellent. I shall be right here. All I ask is that you bring me the venomous tentacula. Remember, I just need that venomous tentacula.
Hello, Mr. Barnes. I have that venomous tentacula.
Wish I could see Lawley's face when he realizes his prized possession is gone. We'll see who's volatile now. Well done. I'll take it off your hands now.
It wasn't as easy to come by as I had expected. I'd like to be paid for my troubles.
Only fair, I suppose. I can respect your business acumen. Here's a little something for your next trip to Zonko's. Thank you again for your help. I suspect you have a bright future.
I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back.
Glad you came.
Hello, Serona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something.
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favor for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I've actually met Mrs. Sprottle. I recently spoke with her about her friend Claire Beaumont.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying traveling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aiden was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
Seems old Arn is back in business.
Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
I do appreciate you've made Upper Hogsfield safer, and for that, I thank you. Thank you for passing through.
Aloha Mora. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
How does one get up there?
Revelio.
I forgot about that.
Nice to see you again, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aiden used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some Horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting hawk clumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawk clumps and collect the box of letters there.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk clumps. I, and the vendors I help, would greatly appreciate it.
Revelio.
Oh, what the light go out of your eyes.
Shall we finish what we started?
Confringo.
Disperse!
Potato. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Confringo.
Right, gymnastics won't save you.
What have you done? Incendio. Confringo.
Dare slay one of my own? You will fall!
No one takes one of my own and gives me television.
Incendio.
Did you get stuck? Oop.
Incendio. Confringo.
That was another one.
I would say that Irondale is not appropriately named.
Revelio.
When the clouds are dark is always the best time to strike. As if nature herself lends a veil beneath which to orchestrate one's treachery.
Nothing here.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
Revelio.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned. Letters. Perhaps I'll find more hawk lumps while I'm there. Better have a look around. See about the hawk lumps and the box of letters.
Incendio.
That's all the hawk lumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
Revelio. Incendio. Confringo. Revelio.
Yeah, that fall probably kill me.
Either I'll have to fight that troll.
Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Confringo.
Yes.
Confringo. 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 Incendio. Confringo. Incendio.
God, give me.
Should think they felt
Kind of close there.
Revelio. Reparo.
So,
Lumos.
This must be Sorona's box of letters. I should take this box of letters to Sorona. She'll be glad to have it back. I think that's everything. Sorona will be glad to have this back.
You're back. Nice to see you again.
oh yeah, okay.
Thanks for
Forgot about
stopping
that.
by.
Haven't reeled that yet. Oh yeah, I forgot skill points I was saying. That's cool looking.
See you again. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Hello, Sorona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw. We could have cheered them on together.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aidan. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
Revelio.
I'll beat the lobby around here. The one on the other side.
Revelio.
Essentially the colour of dragon blood. Nothing better than
Revelio.
Adelaide Oaks, isn't it? I received your owl.
Yes, I'm Adelaide Oaks. Oh dear. You see, my Uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
I think you're right to be concerned, Adelaide. Your uncle may be in trouble.
You're much more understanding than Professor Weasley. She heard I was going to look for him and forbade me from leaving the grounds. She's convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook. But he only recently mentioned Ranrock's lot, insisting the galleons were worth the risk. He does it for me. Between robes and supplies, attending Hogwarts costs a fair sickle. And besides that, Uncle Roland has expensive taste. He's sacrificed so much for me over the years. I promised him that as soon as I finish Hogwarts, I shall be the one taking care of him.
I take it you and your uncle are close.
We are. My mother died when I was born, and I lost my father when I was 5. Uncle Roland's looked after me for as long as I can remember. He knows I get anxious when he travels, and that's why he sends me all the owls, to let me know that he's all right.
I'll try and look into it for you, Adelaide.
Thank you. He's very thorough in his record keeping, notes all his trades in a journal, makes maps. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. He planned to set up camp north of here. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Thank you again for any help you can provide.
I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I think this point over here is a little bit closer.
The river.
I need to hold that down.
This be Mr. Oakes' campsite? Ranrock's loyalists, just ahead. Should I take them by force or be discreet?
What have we here? Another human? I don't see myself doing this sort of thing forever, though. Don't my own operation work out one day. People working for me.
Confringo! Leviosa! I've been fighting since before you were born. Easily diverted. You can't hurt us.
Are you sure you're not a muggle?
Fuck.
Poor little
I think that's my first step in this playthrough.
Brockborough, past the river. This be Mr. Oakes' campsite. Ranrock's loyalists, just ahead.
Going to drop the save here to save myself drop down.
I take them by force or be disarmed.
Another human.
Accio. Incendio. Confringo.
Deadly mistake, this.
Levioso.
Who do you think you are?
Incendio.
Chill spells glance off of me.
Levioso.
Put me down!
Incendio. Confringo.
No! I will make.
Combat
To find out what happened here.
Combat's definitely a bit more challenging.
Adelaide said that her uncle kept notes of his trades, maps. Perhaps these landmarks will lead me to him. Mr. Oakes' trade journal. A rock formation. That's the first landmark on this map. Now to find the crooked tree.
What do we got up here?
This looks intriguing.
Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Lumos.
Okay.
Lumos.
Everyone looks like bandits.
Who says random? How unfortunate for you. You may want to.
Your poaching days are over.
You've heard quite enough of our ranks.
Incendio.
I'm out before I find you.
Confringo. Revelio.
So that ends up there, so let's check out what's up here.
Oh, this day's gone on too long.
Confringo. Incendio.
Let's get hit by an attack he didn't do. I think I got hit by nothing.
Who's there?
Incendio. Confringo.
Oh yeah, troll.
Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio.
Got you.
That was a close one.
Revelio. Incendio. Revelio.
This seems important.
This place has seen better days.
Incendio.
What do we have here?
I must be going there.
Hey, that's a troll.
Trouble's brewing and I'm...
We'll reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Almost. Accio.
I may have more luck higher up in the keep.
Someone. Stop avoiding me.
Incendio. Confringo. Fabioso. Incendio.
I will make you pay.
A ladder. That's what I need.
Revelio. Revelio.
Only following orders. Leave your accusations. I know I heard something that time. How nice of you to stop by.
Incendio. Confringo.
I won't rest. Dead.
Incendio. Revelio.
Guess it's the sneaky way in.
This looks like trouble. the spot on the map. I'd best have my wits about me.
Is that it? No! I will make you pay.
Leviosa! Accio! Incendio! Confringo! Revelio!
Investigate the note.
Accio! Levioso! Accio!
Over here! Who is it? You call that spellcast?
And you're going to flag with every attack.
You almost had a lucky shot!
Levioso!
I won't lose if you can best the likes of me.
Incendio! Confringo!
Glad I was never locked up here.
Revelio!
Perhaps not the best place to be caught alone.
Right, didn't save. I'll have to save before trying to take that thing on.
Incendio!
After I just sit down, then we're gonna start the game.
Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Levioso. Incendio. Confringo. Levioso. Incendio. Confringo. Revelio.
Okay, right, going to restart the game real quick, so. Okay, I'm back.
Goodness. Not a party to attend by myself.
Levioso. Accio.
This castle's hiding all sorts of secrets.
Revelio.
What will we find in here?
It won't be long now before we find another. It's a punishment to us all, right?
Accio. Confringo. No! Incendio.
It looks as though Adelaide's instincts were spot on.
Aloha Mora. Incendio.
Your blood's on Ranrock's hands.
Boiler door. How to open it?
Ranrock, will you take...
Incendio. No!
make you.
Incendio.
I shall avenge you.
I will make you pay.
Confringo.
He'll learn his lesson after being locked
Incendio.
away. You can count on that.
Confringo.
I won't rest. Dead.
Incendio.
So we got some more healing potions.
Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Revelio.
You ought to cut back on.
I'll figure that out in a moment, seeing as that's what the objective is. I'll go to Way of Secrets.
One way or another, we'll get what we're owed.
Incendio.
How nice of you to stop by.
Confringo.
This thing.
Incendio. Incendio. Confringo.
You call that spell? Are you sure?
Incendio.
Oh, little moon, how nice of you to stop by. One less human to worry about.
Incendio. Levioso.
These guys are irritating.
Confringo. Levioso.
Much too slow. You can't stop us. That was meant for me. Was that your best? Not quite.
Levioso. Confringo.
I've been fighting since before you were born.
Leviosa! Incendio! Leviosa! Incendio! Revelio.
This must be Mr. Oakes's wand. Perhaps now he can set himself free.
Revelio.
What's down there?
Not quite. Leviosa! Incendio! Kill spells glance off of me. Leviosa! Who do you think you are? I won't rest. Revelio.
Hello? Mr. Oakes?
Yes, I'm here. They've taken my wand. This cell has an enchanted lock. I have experience with these locks, but I need my wand if I have any chance of opening it. Look for a boiler door. I've heard them speak of it.
Fortunately, I've already found your wand, Mr. Oakes.
Please, pass me my wand. I can't get out of this damn cell without it. It's my last hope. Please. Wand. Oh, thank Merlin. You did it! I found my wand and... Wait, you're a student? Oh, we must get you to safety immediately. It's dangerous.
It's all right, Mr. Oakes. I've dealt with these goblins before.
Dear Merlin, you're either very lucky or very talented. How did you find me?
I'm a friend of Adelaide's. She was worried about your business with Ranrock's loyalists.
Oh, she was right to be. I couldn't go through with the agreement, and when I told them, I ended up blindfolded and behind bars. Been locked in that infernal cell for so long, they'd forgot I was even there. I overheard things. If only I could reward you for what you've done. Blasted goblin stole every Knut on me. All I can say is thank you, truly.
You mentioned you overheard things.
Sad tale, really. I think I know where Ranrock's unfortunate vendetta against wizardkind began. Although dragon breeding was outlawed by the Warlocks Convention of 1709, Ranrock stumbled upon an illegal dragon camp. He was young, found the creatures fascinating. He'd visit the camp in secret whenever he could, never making his presence known. After weeks of sly surveillance, he finally summoned the courage to speak to the wizard in charge. Ranrock wanted to join them, and the creatures. The wizard happened to drop his wand. Ranrock saw an opportunity. He picked it up, went to hand it back as a means of introducing himself. The sight of a goblin with a wand sent the wizard into an instant rage. He beat Ranrock nearly to death, Ever since, Ramrock has despised wizard kind, sees us all as cruel.
Am I right that you speak gobbledygook?
Unbeknownst to Ramrock's fiends, I do. I've always had an affinity for goblin culture. Knew I wanted to be a metal trader ever since I was a lad. It wasn't easy learning the language. It's complex, and my memory's as weak as my knees these days. But after decades working with fine goblin folk, I grew fairly proficient. At least, I'd like to think so.
I'm grateful I was able to help you, Mr. Oakes. Adelaide thinks the world of you.
Oh, and I her. She's become quite savvy to my trading habits, always analyzing my detailed owls. If only I hadn't resorted to trading with such fiends. A lesson I shan't soon forget. Having my wand back is like being reunited with an old friend. I must return home and inform Adelaide of my safety. Will you be all right?
I'll be fine, Mr. Oakes. You get back to Adelaide. I assure you, her worries outweigh yours.
Oh, I'm anxious to see my dear niece. And then I plan to travel far from here for my next round of trading. Thank you. May life reward you justly for your deeds. Be well, my friend.
Mr. Oakes was lucky. Ranrock's lot would never have freed him.
Revelio.
Let's do that.
Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio.
And goddamn.
8 legs is simply too many.
Revelio.
do we have in here? I think I've been here before.
There we go.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Again for delivering those potions. Hopefully Pippin's...
Nice to see you again.
Likewise. What can I help you with today?
What do you have for sale?
A fine choice. Exactly what I would have chosen. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it.
Aloha, Mora. What do we have here? A demiguise.
Revelio.
Aloha, Mora.
Revelio.
Yeah, I bet one of the keys. Still for looking at that one.
One never knows when society will be thrown into the midst.
That's it.
I may go to Hogsmeade later, stir up some trouble. They need to be reminded that we're still running things.
You're the one who stole our goblin help.
Petrificus
Well,
totalis!
there. Benito. Confringo.
Petrificus totalis!
Accio. Incendio.
Petrificus totalis!
Benito. Confringo.
Death from above. That's just the beginning.
Confringo.
Expulso.
Incendio.
Expulso.
I feel like explosive thing happened.
You're only delaying the inevitable.
Quite conducted.
Expulso. Expulso. Expulso.
Incendio. Confringo.
Petrificus totalis!
Expulso.
You will not survive.
Expulso.
Might want to look up.
Expulso.
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 Flash of inspiration.
Expulso.
Perfect. Target practice.
Incendio.
Accio. Confringo.
I think Redacto.
Levioso.
How embarrassing.
Confringo.
Potato. Expulso.
Is that all then?
Can I do something?
Redacto! Stop that!
You're going to regret that.
Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Confringo.
Stand and fight
Incendio.
me.
Time for some assistance.
I won't go down as easy.
Accio. Incendio. Confringo.
There's 5.
This looks like trouble. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Incendio. Accio.
Might as well max out stealth. Don't really use stealth all that much.
Revelio. Aloha Mora.
Welcome back. Have you finished your assignments?
Revelio.
Reporting back, Professor. Assignment's all finished.
Well done. Shows good discipline. Wisdom is a golden snitch, as they say, and you're proving a skilled seeker in that regard. Let us practice our restore momentum. A charm, incidentally, created to stop quaffles from plummeting straight to the ground during a Quidditch match. Precise, deliberate movements. good. I recommend practicing your new spell as much as possible. Perhaps before you leave here.
Arresto momentum.
That's it. Keep it up.
Solo fare questo. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's proceed with the main story.
I question anyone.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well. How can I help you?
What do you have for sale?
Have I mentioned you're welcome to stop by any time?
Revelio.
That's interesting looking. Nah.
You made it.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better. but we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. He thinks he can help Anne, but nothing can be done for her.
I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back.
I understand you've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's to no avail.
We have. My nephew thinks he
No,
knows
it's right
better than the
hide.
healers.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep Anne's spirits up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you'll remember what I've said. Good day.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother, and me, in line.
I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft, really, if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'll do my best. I can promise to speak with him about it.
Thank you. His search for a cure is futile, I'm afraid. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
I'll admit, I wasn't expecting him to be so angry.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it.
Confringo. Incendio.
The wizards will be defeated.
I won't.
Incendio.
You won't get away with it.
Disperse!
Incendio.
You've made your last mistake. You're making it. Let's get this over with. You're weak.
Incendio.
Sendo. I won't rest. How nice of you to stop by. Someone rather unwise coming back this way.
Incendio. Incendio.
I won't rest. Ooh, little moon calf.
Confringo.
Easily diverted.
Every time.
Confringo.
I confess, that was a bit more than I'd bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Revelio. Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything. I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumor was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard.
Revelio. Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's loyalists.
It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
Revelio. Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second. Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor. Hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a portkey. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out.
Also.
Huh, a stairwell.
Revelio.
Why bother blocking a stairwell?
So,
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about.
Lumos.
Tells me they're after something bigger.
A journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this. Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels. You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
I know it sounds strange, but...
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true. I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can. But perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath. Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look. Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's
Revelio.
missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not? Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Sian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
Meet me near the ruins of Falbaton Castle. After dark. Do not tell anyone.
Okay, right. Well, I'm going to call it here for today. So, for watching, thank you for watching, and until next time.